talk about is challenge and everything. So, you know, like to give constructive feedback, and I'm gonna consider it constructive. I ain't got no problem with that, but it is. I'm doing shout outs. I do shout outs because I like to refer, I like to give y'all an idea of where stuff is coming from. So people, because it's a greater ecosystem, and there's a reason why I do everything, and I'm not perfect, and it is what it is. But with that being said, make sure you check in with a like, make sure you check out with a comment, make sure you contribute to the chat. So let's get it going. So here's the thing. Challenge everything. I was listening to Ramil, and I got up there for a hot second and gave my opinion on the stepfather thing. And this is, nothing is like black and white. That's another thing. People get too hung up on trying to defend certain positions without really trying to bridge certain gaps. And if people still disagree, then they just fucking disagree. It is what it is. But a lot of times I don't see a lot of people fighting to be clear on what they're saying, but they want to defend what they did for their own feelings or whatever decisions they made. And even though they made decisions at a certain time, the situation might have been different, or the environment might have been different at that time. So folks always have this, black women do it a lot, but black men do it too, where they want to defend their position. So it does forward via having a clear understanding as to what's going on, what led up to this, and chart a way forward. It's more about people defending the shit they did. And we already had a whole week of that shit, where people just want to just stand on shit that's not solid. And it is what it is. But motherfuckers gotta start being humbler than that. But anyway, Ramil was talking about stuff. I had an idea while I was chilling. When I got off of that, I said, you know what? What's funny is, because motherfuckers always got something to say about, not really something to say about Ramil, but they always get extra triggered by what Ramil say. It's like, and I like him being out there because he kind of is like jab. He's like, okay, you think I'm bad? You think I'm not reasonable? Guess the fuck what? You got motherfuckers like that where they're fucking ruthless with it. They don't care. And they don't give a fuck about whatever you want to put up there with some story or some, oh my God, no. They don't give a fuck. If you come in with some bullshit, you gonna catch it. I'm a little bit more reasonable than that, or empathetic than that, but at the same time, I have a very low tolerance for that shit too. The point is, motherfuckers get, the reason why I want to say, why do people get triggered about what Ramil says is because it has been feminist doctrine and overall female doctrine, whether it's black, white, don't matter, alphabet community, so motherfuckers on that side, to basically challenge everything. Not make adjustments here, there, tweaks, for a modern context, because I get it, we live in a modern context, and BGS has the receipts on this. There's other people that have receipts on this too, but BGS has been the one of the main ones putting it out there. They have methodically decided way back, shout out to Dr. Francis Wilson, who has the ultimate receipts on this shit, to destroy masculinity. Now, I don't know if BGS is correct on ability, but I'm like really interested to see if that's where they're really going to try to go. Like, you're going to have like it's going to be a privilege to have a gender. Then you'll have these gender neutral motherfuckers with make no mistake. That's a class, and that's not a class that motherfuckers really want to be in, regardless of what they're trying to sell you on now. But I'm not even going to talk about that. My point is, Ramil is only thing Ramil is really doing with a lot of stuff he does is he challenges the status quo. Basically, the newly established status quo. Fuck shit. And motherfuckers get so mad. Like when people, and it wasn't Ramil that did this, but when motherfuckers talked about like this idea of you don't have a God-given right to be protected. Let me tell you something. Women don't have more of a God-given right to have a happy life and be protected than men do. Let's keep this real. Like, let's have a real esoteric conversation about that. Because the thing about it is, and here's a key word about it. Women, I'll say this. I actually backtrack a little bit. Do I believe that women should be protected? Yes. But when you are operating within the parameters of what a fucking woman is and should be. And guess who gets to fucking define that? The motherfuckers doing the protecting. Because you are asking something of us. We're not asking for shit of you first. You all need protection more than we need your compliance. And see, I said that months ago before any of this shit. Y'all know, y'all listen to me, y'all know this. So, challenging this idea in the black community that protection is just something that's God apparent. Like with that motherfucker talk about, oh, well, men do this instinctually. And April went and said it again. Instinctually. Instinct. What I hear is and by the way, what do they say about black women? Get your education. What do they say about black women? You know why they don't like black women being submissive? Because that's them not thinking and not challenging shit. The problem is women don't think logically. They think logic and emotion. But if they're not held into account. Yes, there's women that know how to separate the two. But that's not what we're talking about. Those women tend to not bitch. Because those women tend to be able to create situations. I'm talking black women. Create situations that's favorable for them. They have more control over their own domain. So they're not out here like a rabid dog. You know, fucking like a chihuahua, like shaking all the goddamn time. Internally. So, the same thing with the stepfatherhood, which is actually another form of this is like this fucked up black female insurance program where it's kind of like Medicare for all, where you just get it. Even if you're not fucking paying real taxes, you just get the shit because it's magical. So you got the protection piece, benefit, don't gotta pay no deductible, don't gotta do shit, just that's what it is. Don't know where it comes from and why it's there, you just know it's there. Like how we think about plumbing. We don't think about plumbing, it's just something that's around. You don't think about that shit until you leave the country or you're in the dirty South where they got outhouses and shit. You don't think about the mechanics of that, or when the hot water ain't running right. Because that's just not your thing. This is how motherfucking black women think about a lot of benefits. They think they're owed. And I'm going to start saying black females. Because women get these benefits. You know, a woman like cocaine probably doesn't have a problem getting these benefits. Even from dudes she's not fucking. Not because, you know, she's just that chick, but because there's certain unspoken protocols that if men detect that you're operating within that, then you're good. Even if they don't know you like that. Because is bitching about protection all the time are usually women that are putting themselves in situations where they got to get bailed the fuck out. Versus you got other women that position, when they're in a position, that's because it was some really rare shit. It's because I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, and then I reserve the right to call a nigga 1-1, and then all these niggas supposed to fly out, and I'm calling nigga 1-1 on some bullshit. No, that's not how it works. Now the other thing, this speaks more to where Emil was talking about this video with the stepfather shit. Go to his channel. I may put it in the community tab. I probably will. Go in his channel and check it out. And this idea of stepfatherhood. Stepfatherhood is a fucking privilege. You are asking for a man's time, a man's leadership, a man's money. And let's keep it real. If you don't have those things, then I'm gonna say it like this, then bitch, because that's what you are. I ain't talking about April, I'm just talking about in general. Bitch, if you not getting that, then that's the best you can do anyway. These women talk about what these fucking men ain't doing. Guess the fuck what, bitch? These men ain't doing it because you don't deserve it. Because what they giving you is what your lane is. If they just giving you dick, then that's what the fuck your lane is. All these bad men, they just fuck me, but they won't deal with me. Because, bitch, get a fucking clue. It's like, people don't understand that if a dude can only get a day, but they won't fuck me if I pay for it. Well, these women are trying to tell you something. Maybe you need to change the type of women you're dealing with. Or maybe they don't fuck with you like that. That's the same thing with in the reverse. But here's the thing though. Black women always like to play the card, I'm go hot. You know why hot? I we're not even talking about older women. Let's talk about women that's in their 20s, their peak femininity. You know why you don't hop? Because white men ain't gonna do more for you than what black men are doing. Not for you. Do you realize that 90% of incels would not exist in the white community if they were willing to fuck black women? Even if they were willing to only fuck sixes and sevens. That's the sixes are the lowest they can go, sevens are the lowest they can go. You wouldn't see no white incels like that. My point is, this feminism in general, not just with black women, but in general, has had this mission of challenging everything just for fuck's sake to challenge it. But when dudes, whether it's Fantastic, whether it's Ramil, whether it's me, whether it's anybody, shout out to Soul and Black, because even Soul and Black say these are older dudes, younger dudes, they saying no. Shout out to fucking Obsidian's thing. If I don't know you, I don't owe you. If I don't know you, I don't owe you. Which pretty much covers everything I said about the warm market versus cold market protection. The reality of the situation is y'all get so out of pocket, but you let these bitches challenge everything. And by the way, let me tell you, because this is sound self-serving. Let me tell you how them doing that fucked the game up. Where were these black women that benefited from stepfatherhood? These are black women that were able. I grew up with stepfathers, so I know what works, what doesn't work, and I know. And I'm talking about like damn near all my black friends had stepfathers, and damn near all my black friends knew their dads too. And I mainly deal with black people. They knew who their dad was, and they saw their dad, and I even saw their dad. So it wasn't you see him under the carpet. Where were these women at when the next generation of females are fucking it up? To protect the next generation of women having that option. Shout out to dude that came on the thing, on Ramil's thing, and he was advocating for that. But I broke that down. I said, dude, you had this situation as it's supposed to work if you're gonna do that. A stepfather situation was really for a way for a dude to actually get a better looking chick, just maybe with a little bit of bitch. That's really what that was for. And at the same time, a woman benefits from if they fucked up. The shit wouldn't be quite as hard on them. But these females started to believe, like they believe with protection, that, and there's other, like I need to go down a list of all the insurance benefits that these women think they can get for free without giving black men no respect, no this, no that. Because you talk about the respect he got. And I'm not even talking about respect. This is basic shit. Anyway, I'm not going to get all of that. My point is, him challenging things. These women get so fucking out of pocket, and these dudes get out of pocket talking about what a man is. How about this? Where the fuck were you niggas where these bitches were getting out of their fucking lane, saying what a woman is? The last time you done heard a black woman talk about what a woman is? Shout out to Kendra. Shout out to even Ruby. But you know what the fuck I'm talking about. When you talk about somebody in Canada with a different culture and somebody that's in the nation where they accepted that thing. We're talking about actually African-American women that's coming up in the general population. Not to say they're not, but those are caveats. Even these women talk about femininity are usually talking about as a means to an end. They're not talking about really true femininity. They're talking about you learning this skill to create this outcome. Because the way you're doing it ain't working. And the reason why that's important is because they have this minimalist way about it. I'm going to do the minimum amount of femininity to be able to do what the fuck I want. And that's that fake shit. See, you wonder why you look at a community and say this community doesn't have this, but these other communities have that. What's funny, and I'm gonna speak to that with April. She wanted to make the thing about the fucking cholos or Mexican dudes. Guess what? They have a social contract with their women. If y'all do shit, look, Latin women can be just as at you as black women. But one thing about Latin women is Latin women make sure they in the right when they really get stupid. Also, Latin women don't have a problem acting like they stuck on stupid. When you actually, the Latin women, and it's almost annoying because Latin women will kind of play dumb. They'll be like, well, I can do this, but they don't have a problem letting a man do it. That's the thing. When they want help, they will get help. And they have no problem giving a man that masculine saying thank you, blah, blah, blah. Not necessarily fucking them, but that femininity to get that outcome. Black women can't do that. And it's like fake. It's not they can't, they won't. Not for black men. And it's fake as fuck. And ironically, they would get a lot more out of black men even without fucking them if they just did that one thing. So it's got to be, and it comes off as fake. So you sit here and talk about what these Mexican people, these Hispanics are doing. Like, guess what? They have a social contract. And guess what? If these women do half the shit that black women do, they're gonna get their ass beat internally. That's what they don't say. The more protection you get externally from other groups, the more internally you get checked. And the harder you get checked. And that's the thing that black women won't be honest about. They won't be honest about that. And that includes white women too. White women get checked. They may call the police on their white husband. Guess what? They know his ass is coming out. And they know she got to deal with him when she come out. And that's some shit she thinks about. This is why white women are very coy and passive aggressive in how they operate. Because they know if they're overt, they will get the thunders knocked out of them. They know they will, especially in the family. Why do you think these little boys will call their mothers bitch? And we joke like how you couldn't conceive of that happening in the black community. Because they set it up early. That's set up early. Why do you think these women be signing, these dudes, even these daughters, be signing against their mother to their father? If their mother's wrong, the daughters are not coding up around the women. They're going to say, mom, you're fucking wrong. They're going to check that shit. Because, and if white men don't get that, white men were the first motherfuckers to just leave. Why you think welfare exists today? Because white people will leave. White men will just book. They will get a pack of cigarettes and never come back. Because that's the standard that they hold. They don't give a fuck what a bitch want to say about what a man is. What a man is what the fuck they say it is. And black men actually believe that. I should have also called this video how black women are like, black men need to stop taking cues from what a man is from a black woman. I'm like, you got, like, seriously, you look at the stats and they telling us what a fucking man is. Like, bitch, the same, I'm not even talking about her. I'm talking about the people she try to cater to. You have an audience because you got a bunch of mofos, and let's stop act like all these motherfuckers are divorcees. Let's stop playing that game. I don't even put black women in divorce in that category because at least they got married. You got a whole bunch of women that basically they didn't know what a fucking man is. So they pussy, they vaginal positioning system was attracted to the very boys we keep fucking talking about, trying to act like our boys, fuck boys. And then they want to go, like, this is a standard operating procedure. They want to go back productive dudes, and then they want to get some shit. No, them productive dudes need to go reach below them and get women that ain't got kids. But see, we can't have that real conversation. You know? It ain't, and in black community has never been a patriarchy, but black manhood has been attacked and never respected. So why the fuck should anybody do shit anyway? We're on the you do you, I do me, contract pay as you go plan. You don't get AT&T. You don't get Verizon. You don't even get Sprint. You get the fucking Suncom Miami fucking local cell phone networks. This shit may work, this shit may not. Guess what? You get what you buy. Now, you want to upgrade into something? For those of you who got better credit, for those of y'all that got better reputations, for those of y'all that know how to act, y'all good. Black women that know how to act with black men have never, ever, ever, ever had a problem. When they know actually to do, they know the difference between the dudes they want to fuck and the dudes they actually want to, they actually need to depend on. And what they need to give to those dudes that they depend on to get what they need to get out of them. They know that. And they don't have problems. Doesn't matter if you're dealing with like a woman like cocaine, or if you're dealing even with a 87. Because I know plenty of women that y'all would not marry to productive dudes. Why? Because they know what their lane is. What is the fucking point of this video? Two things. Number one, you all have challenged this idea of what men bring to the table and what men are supposed to do and the value of that for decades now. And now that you got dudes that are pushing back and putting everything on the fucking table, they're going line by line like a forensic accountant, and nothing is off limits. Y'all want to have this fake outrage? The fuck you're gonna do about it? Nothing. The fuck are the dudes gonna do about it? Nothing. And half the time, the dudes that y'all think are on y'all side are actually on our side. They just won't tell you that because they want. Young girl, the 19-year-old that was on Ramil's shit, she ain't got nothing to worry about. All she got to do is look at what these dumb broads are doing. Don't do that, and she'll be fine. And if you don't believe me, I got a video by Glenn and Cameron called "The New Black Girl," and how young black girls are finding out that the millennials were fucking stupid. And they're not only able to date black men, they're actually able to date non-black men too. And how a lot of black men might have to compete for non-black men for them. And you notice how open she was and not like be lying. She just said what the fuck it was. How is it that these 19-year-old little girls know how to act better than these grown-ass females? Like seriously. Maybe because they're not bitter. I get that. That's what a lot of people are not understanding. That's the first thing. The second thing, as to what's the point, once that comes back to me, is this idea of I'll say this, like I said, the only black women that complain are the black women. Generally, they're usually on some fuck shit in the first place. At the end of the day, you can't do shit. The dudes they want to back you up can't do shit. Half them motherfuckers are basically gonna operate like we operate, and they just not gonna tell you what the fuck you don't want to hear, because they ain't trying to be in friend zone hell, even though they're in friend zone hell. They don't know how to. And at the end of the day, this idea that you get to say what something is, what somebody is, or what we need to do. Come on, man. Like, I don't think you really understand that. I really don't think, like, and what's sad, this is, the thing about April is April's got a daughter, and I know April has raised her kids better than that, because you can see the outcomes that her kids have. So I know she knows what the fuck we're talking about. Had the options that they had after they made mistakes. So we know this dude really, oh my God, man. I tell you, where are these white boys, man? God damn it. These fucking, whoever these people is, man. Anyway. Like, seriously. I didn't even see that because I ain't looking at my shit. But, again, that shit's over. Everything's on the table. What else can you do? Since 1973, there's been 14.5 million abortions. What else can y'all do that y'all ain't doing? There's a hell of a lot of shit black men can do that stop doing. But what else can y'all really do? That's where we are. And until people are really ready to have a serious conversation and not this, that was the next thing. That was the next thing I was talking about. Black women need a humbling of biblical proportions. They need to be humbled. That's really the problem. You all need to be humbled. I have a very elaborate imagination. I can't even imagine. I'm serious. My brain is literally kind of whiting out. I can literally imagine what would actually have to happen for black women to actually be just jerked back into where they need to be. The level of apocalyptic humbling they would need. I literally can't even fathom that shit. Like, I'm dead fucking serious. I literally can't even think about that shit. That's how deep it is. I can't even give you any kind of fucking idea of what that would look like. I just can't. Like, if you wanted to say, okay, what can you do to humble black women, like on some almost immediate shit, I can't tell you. I really can't. That's something I would have to ponder that shit. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. There has never been anything that I have not even been able to brainstorm on like off the cuff. It's never been something that's been like I can't have no ideas. I'm talking. The key is it's got to be within is legal. Like, and it's not even about what men could do. It's just what about what can be done. Like that's really what the issue is. And when I listen to a lot of this shit, when I listen to like what April was saying, because this ain't really about her, but this is kind of in the background, and you hear what a lot of these women say, y'all need to be humbled. Y'all need to be humbled. Y'all really need to. Y'all really, that's the nicest, there's other ways I can say it, but y'all need to be humble. Like, in a way that y'all need to be humble. That's like, I mean, for real. Because that's one of the key things that you keep seeing. Is you keep seeing this arrogance, this borderline narcissism, especially towards like their men. And the fact that they don't see it just shows you how deep the psychosis goes. It's deep. Yeah, he's gone. I mean, Shane, you say that, and I know you joking, but white bitches ain't shit either. White bitches ain't shit. And I personally have a thing for like Mediterranean white women, but let's keep it real. White bitches ain't shit. Let's keep it real. They ain't. And I always tell dudes, don't delude yourself. I'm not saying, here's the thing, and I'm not saying that just to pick on you, Shane. Here's my thing. This is my point. There is no one size fits all solution. There is no one size fits all. And I'm not saying it like, Shane, for you, that may work out. And I'm not saying, look, I've always said this, don't take no option off the table. But at the same time, understand there is no one size fits all solution for everybody. There's just not. And so when I hear, and I'm not saying you're saying this, Shane, but oftentimes, sometimes people will joke around and be like, well, where are the white women at? White women are not a one size fits all solution. Even Donovan Sharp, who is expert at dating white women, only dates white women, will tell you that. That is not a one size fits all solution. If you're a black man and you don't check that bitch will get you. That bitch will get you too. Because a lot of white women, once they get past that fear, then they realize they can't, they'll lie. They nigga, you motherfuckers better read the book To Kill a Mockingbird and stop fucking bullshitting. Them bitches, black women will obviously lie too. But the difference between here's the difference. I'm gonna tell y'all done learned something. This is, if y'all ain't learned nothing else from last week, y'all have learned a valuable lesson. The difference between a black woman and a white woman lying was that situation. Now, granted, sometimes there's plenty of players, football players, stuff that's been destroyed by black women lying too. But white women lie, some shit gonna happen. Black women lie, 25% you get fucked. You got a case you can make. White women lie, oh, you gonna get taxed. That's the difference. And I'm saying, as black men, y'all gotta be aware of that. Y'all gotta stop being like blind to it. I ain't saying y'all gotta be scared. I ain't saying y'all shouldn't date white women. I'm just saying, recognize that white women will pull that shit on your ass. They will do it. Like, don't be goofy. Do what you want. I'm gonna say it like I always say. Do what you want, but be smart about it. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Just be smart about it. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't trying to tell your ass what to do, but y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Them white boys ain't going MGTOW for no reason. So, like I said, there is no one size fits all solution. There's certain solutions I think that work better than others, but it's up to you to figure that out. Yeah. White women could be just telling straight up lies and that shit gonna be considered. And I don't give a fuck about black women talking about, oh, well, you know, it's racist. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about from tactically on our end. Yeah. So anyway, peace out, y'all.